That's just something that will win over people. I don't know a single person on the planet. Why am I looking at my bird? But I don't know a single person on the planet that doesn't share a Netflix account. Like, you're going to just crack down on that like, I could see if the prices were lower. I think it was Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers said the same thing too. Like, if it was like I'm not thinking about it price, and who cares, all right, so now they want me to actually have like a family plan that costs more. I get it. But if people want to watch 4K content monthly on Netflix, which even cheap no-name brand TVs now are 4K, you're spending $20 US dollars a month, or $19.99, excuse me. That's before tax. That's $240 a year for Netflix. That's a lot of money for a video streaming service. Well, Netflix did lose subscribers the second quarter of this year, but it wasn't as disastrous. It's still a disaster what their earnings report was, but it's not as bad as people were predicting. This comes from Engadget.com. I'll read it to you, then we'll discuss. Netflix warned it might lose more subscribers in the second quarter of this year than it did in the first, and that prediction has come true, though it wasn't as bad as feared. The streaming service said it lost nearly 1 million subscribers, 970,000 to be exact, in quarter two. That's far more than the 200,000 member decline from quarter one, but not as bleak as the 2 million Netflix was prepared to part with. The company also attributed the slightly rosier outcome to better than expected subscriber growth, particularly in areas like Asia Pacific. The company still turned in a $1.44 billion net profit despite the shrinking customer base and unfavorable foreign exchange values for the US dollar. Unfriendly exchange rates are a particularly difficult problem when nearly 60% of revenue comes from outside the country, Netflix said. Yeah, the inflation must be hurting them profit-wise. So look, it's still, like, if we're gonna like use the car wreck analogy, like, yeah, Netflix, their earnings report and how many subscribers they're lost, the car is totaled, but they'll get out of the car and leave unscathed. Okay. The drivers, Netflix that is, they'll be all right. But this is not a good sign, and they need to offer different options to turn things around. One of them they could do is do what their competitor Hulu is doing. Now, Hulu has an ad-supported plan for $6.99 a month. Yes, I get the ads are annoying, and yes, I get they don't have the same content that Netflix has, but they have plenty of content, and that's a hell of a lot cheaper even than the basic plan. For standard definition from Netflix, I'm looking at it right now, is $3 more expensive than the ad-based plan from Hulu. Netflix, what are you doing?
You blew it.
I think there's a slim to none chance it could work, but they'd be in a position to at least try it. Maybe do something where user-generated content is uploaded Netflix. All these other random weirdo sites that no one goes to, you still have a big base. And if you put up user-generated content that's ad-supported, like, I don't know, maybe Review Tech USA, for example, and other YouTubers too, I'm just being a smartass there, that would be another revenue stream for you. And there you go. Netflix is crumbling. Do I think it will shutter it?